So you want to sell your Pokemon cards in the big 2026. How do you do it? Where do you start? What are the connections you need to make? Definitely stick around to find out. I'm going to have timestamps in the thing so you can skip to the part that you care about, but we're going to start with how do I know what I'm talking about? The answer is I don't know. This hobby is constantly changing, but from what I do know, I will share. So my name is Tyler. I run Duodex, selfless plug right here. I stream on Whatnot Wednesdays and Sundays at 6 p.m. EST, so definitely come around. Hopefully in the next coming weeks will be to 2,000 followers. So first thing you need to consider is what platform you're going to use. Obviously, I know a lot about Whatnot. I don't know a lot more about other platforms, but I did reach out to some of my friends, so I got some answers for you. Let's do some math right here. $15 card, $10 card, whatever kind of card you're running. You could even sell this card for up to $20 depending on what kind of streams you're doing, but you ain't getting $20. You're getting a percentage fee. Depending on what platform you use, depending what percentage will be taken out. I'll put up the percentages here for eBay, TCGplayer, Whatnot. Those are the three really main big ones. So for eBay, it's a lot higher percentage, and personally I don't recommend unless you're trying to offload a bunch of things at once. For TCGplayer, percentage is also high and it takes months to get approved. And really this is for big businesses that have a lot to offload. It keeps up with the market. It's automatically tracked. You honestly don't have to do that much work. You upload it once, done. It does take months to try and get approved for that. So second thing that is important is sourcing. Where are you going to source all your lovely cards? So the main way you're going to source is either at card shows, card shops, or quite honestly, retail stores. Depending on what you're selling is really going to dictate that. Me personally, I like staying with singles because single pricing kind of is fluctuant with the market. Sealed pricing, however, unless you want to charge an arm and a leg for somebody to buy something at MSRP, yeah, not gonna happen. Personally, I source from vendings, like card shows. You can look them up on Google. You'll find where they're at. I go to a couple around here all the time so they know me, so I get a good percentage off. Speaking of, how are you gonna buy cards for profit? Now, most people will never pay 100%. There's absolutely no way to make any profit if you're selling at 100% what market is. For example, I go in to buy this card. This card is $20, right? Lovely card. Me personally, I'd probably pay around $14, $13, maybe even $12 for this card. It is all dependent on your relationship with these vendors and the card shops. Card shops, majority of the time, cannot go very low. They have a lot of overhead. They have to pay employees. They have to do a lot of stuff. So you're not going to get that good a percentage unless you've been going there a lot and you're spending a lot of money at once. Card vendors are very more flexible. I do vending shows as well as online. So when I'm vending, I will price things at MSRP or at market value, knowing that I will probably sell it below maybe 80 to 70%. But with that being said, I've already made my percentage off this card from where I bought it from. So really, regardless of what I sell it for, I'm still making the profit there. Now, this next one is important, and it's something personally I've been struggling with, and that's why I'm making this video. Social media. Social media is a gigantic part, especially when you're running a new business or small business online exclusively. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, and that's it. And to be quite honest, I should be posting a lot more and doing a lot more, but I'm a college student. I have things going on, but at the same time, I'm here making this video. So obviously, I've found the time to make this. Social media plays a big game. Deep Pocket Monster, especially vendor POVs too. People like Coop Collects, Beard Guy, these people are huge, and they didn't start like that. They started online, doing these shows, creating relationships, and slowly it built up. It's a very slow game. Speaking of slow game, we're gonna talk about my career so far on Whatnot. I have been working on Whatnot for around 2 years, and I am now in the green. For the past, honestly, year and a half, all the money I've been making on streams go directly into inventory. Nobody wants to see the same stuff every show over and over and over again. Nobody wants to see reoccurring stuff. They want to see what's new. They want to see what's going on. So I've been reinvesting, and now I'm officially in the green. Something that you will learn throughout is what cards are liquid and what are popular and what just sit. For example, this Riolu card, very liquid card, will sell almost immediately when you put it on these shows. But if you choose an ugly card like this Galarian Gold Meowth, you'll have it forever and it will never sell unless you find a niche collector who really wants it. Another important aspect of this is taxes. As a 20-year-old, I don't really know that much about taxes, or I didn't know that much until this upcoming tax year. If you're selling on these websites and you're not a privately owned business, you're going to be getting a form in the mail. However, for Whatnot, at least for my example, you have to make at least $200,000. I did not make that. Obviously, I'm not making that huge amount of money. So it was not reporting. I did not have to report it. I got no form in the mail. But on these other websites, there might be other processes that you have to go through. So make sure you check that out. And finally, most important of all, is to have fun. If you're doing this specifically for monetary value, you may go far, but you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate what you're doing. You're gonna hate streaming. You're gonna hate going to these shows. You're gonna hate vending. You're gonna hate all of the process. If you genuinely like it and you enjoy yourself talking to people and making connections, you're gonna enjoy doing this kind of thing. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a long process. There's gonna be streams where you make absolutely no money. There's gonna be shows you go to where you spent $200 for this table and you make absolutely no money. As long as you enjoy it and you're having fun doing it, that's what matters. Eventually you will make it. You gotta grind. You gotta keep going, and eventually you will prevail. Thank you guys for sticking around for this video. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to drop them in the comments or message me privately on TikTok, Facebook, or even Whatnot. I will definitely help you guys out. I will try my best to help you. Once again, live streams Wednesday and Sunday, 6 p.m. EST. Adios.
We got a shiny Scyther. Oh! Well, these cars are stuck together.